so sick of love songs, so tired of tears, so done with wishing she was still here. Sometimes I do still wish that she was still here with me today. Zany win. Back in 8th grade, I turned around and I would see your eyes light up and you would tell me these words. Sing me your favorite song. So I sang her those lyrics. She promised me that one day I will make you a famous singer. But unfortunately, in May 2010, she passed away. And 3 months later, I was on my 30-hour flight from Hanoi, Vietnam to Durham, New Hampshire to start my academic years at University of New Hampshire. And towards the end of the orientation week, I was sitting by myself in the dining hall and I came across this flyer. It was titled, Auditions for the New Hampshire Gentlemen Acappella Group, UNH Premier All-Male Acappella. Why do I have to audition for a singing group? Can't I just sign up and sing? Because isn't it my passion already? Why do I have to test my skills? Then, in the back of my mind, I heard Zany's voice. Do it. You're a great singer. You have a sweet voice. Embrace your artistic side, despite you always being logical and wanting to go into finance, accounting, and all that. Embrace your artistic side and follow those passions. And I did. And I auditioned for the New Hampshire Gentlemen, and I got my call back, and then I was accepted into the group. So that's the first thing Acappella taught me, is to embrace my artistic side, despite being so logical sometimes. And second, acappella has taught me to exude that masculine energy, but also give it a touch, a gentle touch of vulnerability. So later on in my life, when I meet the woman of my life, I can look her straight in the eyes and express my true feelings. And maybe, if she's lucky enough, I'll serenade her with a sweet melody. And acappella has also taught me that when I'm on stage, when I'm in my fresh, nice suit, to be confident in myself. You know your voice abilities, despite the lack of music theory. I don't read music, but that is fine. But I know that I'm confident and I can express that through my vocal abilities. I can still hit the note, and that is totally fine. And also, when I'm up there on stage, smile and live in the present moment. Be there with your audience and give them a show. Acappella has also taught me that if you have a gift, share it with the world. And the Gents, that's how we call ourselves. We share our vocal abilities and our talents with charity events, and we go around singing for nursing houses. And I still remember, after we finished singing an Irish folk song, and that was the conclusion of our performance, a fellow gent of mine, Joe, he would sit down next to a lady who was probably in her 70s and 80s, and she was in a wheelchair. Greet her with a smile and ask, "How's your day going, miss? I really hoped you enjoyed our show." And she would pat him in the back, say, "Fantastic, I loved it." And that's what my life has always been about. Embracing my passion, exuding masculine energy, living in the present moment and be happy. And also share it with the world and always be providing value. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Tyler. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters guests. Then, great speech. First, introduction, icebreaker speech. So icebreaker speech is quite general. You can really pick any topic and go with it as long as you introduce yourself to the audience and you make it appear. I've seen a variety of speeches, icebreakers, and sometimes people try to cover way too much. You know, spend their whole life or do a timeline. It can work, but I really like how Ben focused on one aspect of his life and really developed that. And his topic, of course, was how acappella has been such a force in his life and the major lessons he's learned. To go over a little on first his delivery and then his content. Introduction was amazing. That was the best introduction I've ever seen in a Toastmasters.
Thank you.
Not only is your voice amazing, it was just a surprise, like a good surprise. I was not expecting to come sit here at noon today and hear an a cappella piece, so thanks for that awesome surprise. Your body language, you can tell he's a performer. He is a great example of awesome body language, even it inspired me. Usually I stand up here, I use my notes way too much, so I tried to take some of those lessons right away. I'm still using notes because that's just a crutch I always have. But the way you stood right in front of here, you smiled in the appropriate moments, which was great, and you used really great hand gesture and body gesture. So just learn from his delivery. Regarding content, one thing, names. When you use names, specific names of people or the name of the club, Gents Club, I didn't get that right away. You mentioned UNH Acappella, but only you gave us the name the second time. So try to state that right away. Just the name creates a level of personality. It's an important detail. And Zany's name, I believe I had a hard time catching the first time you said it. So be very clear when you use names. Overall, really great first speech. One other item that I would have liked to see is some more a cappella in the country.